Hi guys, today we're going to talk about the top 3 places you should go see in Tokyo and the top 3 places you should avoid. Alright, my number 1 place to go see is gotta be Shibuya. Walk out of that subway station, out of the Hachiko exit, and you're going to be right in the Shibuya Scramble. You're going to walk out there and it's just like so much to see and it's so overwhelming. It's just a great introduction to Tokyo. I think it really like sets the tone for the rest of your trip in Japan if you really start off there. Now while you're there, a fun thing to do is to obviously cross the crossing a few times, take a few pictures. I like to head up to the Starbucks. There's a second floor of the Starbucks that has a really good view of the Scramble. If you're a dog person, you definitely have to stop and see Hachiko. And then when you actually do cross the Scramble, enjoy a lot of that neighborhood there in Shibuya. It's very fun. There's lots of shopping, there's lots of places to eat, and it's just a really interesting place to people watch. I'd really suggest going and getting some ramen. It's probably one of the most basic, but you know what? It's kind of amazing. I've never been let down by a bowl of Ichiran ramen. There's one in Shibuya that's downstairs. If you see the Bershka, it's just around the corner from the Bershka and downstairs. You'll notice there is a lot of red signage off to the side. That's the Ichiran. And at the end of the day, I really suggest going to this awesome little barbecue spot right here. It's pretty amazing. They have some really legit meat and some really awesome drinks, and the staff there is really fun. They will probably want to talk to you and find out where you're from. And then if you're still up for more, there's a really fun place called DJ Bar Bridge, and that place gives you a really awesome view of the Scramble. They make great drinks too, and they have great music. So that is a really fun day that you can have in Shibuya. Alright, now my number 1 place to avoid is the Tsukiji Fish Market. I think I'm saying that right. Why does anyone want to go to this? I have no idea. If you want to see fish dying, go to like your grocery store and ask to be like let in the back room. Number 1, fish don't smell really good when they're dying. Number 2, it's a working place of business for a lot of people. I just feel really out of place like gawking around at all these guys working. It's kind of just bizarre. You gotta get up really early to go there. There's lines. And number 3, that's the same sushi you can get anywhere in Tokyo. All the best restaurants go and get their fish fresh in the morning. You don't have to wake up at 4 or 3 or 2 a.m. to go to the silly market and stand around and look at like boxes of dead fish. Just stay away from there. It's not going to be fun. Alright, my second place that you guys have to check out is Shinjuku. There's a lot of different things to do there, so it's kind of hard to mash it all into one suggestion, but the first thing you're going to encounter when you get to Shinjuku is you're going to have to make your way through the station. Now that's an adventure all by itself. If you're trying to head out the west exit, good luck. My suggestion is just to try to get outside of the station and then use Google Maps to navigate around it. It's just that confusing to try to cut through the station to get to anywhere. Now while you're in Shinjuku, a great thing to do is check out the camera stores. If you're into that kind of thing, I know I am. I get really excited to go there because it just blows your mind. You've never been to camera stores like they have in Japan. There's also a lot of fun shopping if you're into clothing. There are just really cool shops. A lot of like trendy Japanese shopping can be done in Shinjuku, and you can see a lot of it really easily all around the station. Now while you're in Shinjuku, you're gonna want to go to Robot Restaurant. But get those tickets beforehand, ask your concierge to get them for you at your hotel, and make sure you go see the Robot Restaurant show. It might seem like a little cliche now for some people because, I don't know, it's been around for a while, but it really is just kind of mind-blowingly crazy, Japanese, insane, and just the building itself is super interesting. It's just literally every corner of it is bedazzled in crystals and amazingness. And the neighborhood that it's in is kind of fun too. Walk around there at night. Don't go with anybody down a dark alley. Not a good idea. And the Robot Restaurant is probably the tamest kind of entertainment you can get in that neighborhood, if you know what I mean. Now if you want to go have some drinks in Shinjuku, I'd suggest either going one of 2 things. You can either go super fancy and head up to the New York bar in the Park Hyatt, have your little lost in translation moment. It is definitely pricey, so be prepared for that. Expect to spend at least a couple $100. But the view from up there is amazing. There is jazz singers usually, if you're into that sort of thing. And all around it's just a really classy, like super amazing way to have a nice view of all of Tokyo. Now if you don't want to spend a shit ton of money, I suggest going to Golden Gai. Now this is an area that is just amazing to take pictures in. It is all these little bars that are just stacked on top of each other and crammed together, and they're just super tiny, and you want to go there at night because all the lights are on. It's a super cool place. Now each of these bars has a bit of a cover charge, and some of them don't accept foreigners, so keep an eye out on the door. They usually have signs. Find one that takes foreigners. The cover charge is usually like 10 bucks tops, and have a couple drinks. It'll end up being a really fun night, and the people that are in those bars are all really friendly and nice, and you'll probably make some new friends, so check that out. All right, now my number 2 place to avoid is Akihabara. What? Doesn't everyone say to go there? No, don't go there. It's kind of boring. Unless you're really super nerdy and niche and you know something you want is in Akihabara, there's nothing for you there that you can't find anywhere else in Tokyo. It's just a bunch of electronic stores. You can get that in Shinjuku or Shibuya or anywhere else. There's literally, these stores are all over Tokyo. Now, but the only unique thing you can do in Akihabara is go to a maid cafe. If you're into that sort of thing, it's kind of weird. I've done it. But go do it if you want to. But other than that, it's kind of a waste of time. Don't go there unless you really have something specific you want to do there. All right, now the third place I want you guys to go check out is Yoyogi Park, the Meiji Shrine, and Harajuku. But first, let's talk about Yoyogi Park. Let's try to go here on a Sunday because that's when everybody is just really out in the park using it. If you hit up the center circle around 3 p.m., there's usually some dancing old greaser guys. Pretty amazing. Check it out. Hit up the 7-Eleven, have a little picnic in Yoyogi Park. You'll have an amazing afternoon there, or morning. It's such a fun place to go to. The air is super fresh. There's birds, there's trees. It's just a really nice place. Now when you're bored with that, head over to the Meiji Shrine. This is a really nice shrine. It's a really nice walk. And you'll get that whole like old school vibey kind of thing going on there. And maybe that'll be enough for you. Maybe you don't want to hit up that many more shrines. They kind of are all look the same, sorry. Now when you're done at Yoyogi Park and the Meiji Shrine, walk up Otomisando. It's a really big street. I think I'm saying that right. It's kind of hard to miss. Just walk up there and you'll end up heading into Harajuku and the Otomisando area. You can easily spend a whole day doing the whole Yoyogi Park, Meiji Shrine, and Harajuku area. Both sides of the street, Otomisando. It's a whole big area you can just explore. Head down every back alley and just kind of crisscross the main street. All right, now my third place to avoid, the third biggest tourist trap, is Takeshita Street in Harajuku. Now I know I just told you to go to Harajuku, but just avoid this part of it and you'll have a much better experience. I was really much more interested in what's past Takeshita Street. All that back area in there was way more interesting. So if you really want to cut through there, go ahead. You'll see that it's just kind of not worth it. All right, guys. Tell me what you think of this video. I'm going to do some more Japan videos because I have all this completely useless Tokyo knowledge stuck in my head and I just need to get it out there and share it with you. Annalee and I are heading back to Tokyo again. For me, I think it's the 14th time. For Anna, it's probably pushing like 15 or 16, maybe 17, I don't know. But that is a lot of trips, so we have a lot of accumulated useless information up here. And so that's why we're sharing it with you. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out my other Tokyo video, which is right here. I'm gonna put it right here, hopefully. I'll put the subscribe up there, and the video there, and let's put our other playlists up there. Is that gonna work? I hope so. If not, give this video a like if you haven't done pressing all the other buttons, and we'll see you next week, next Sunday. Bye.